This is case number 2513699FH, people of the state of Michigan versus Tandon Hall. We're here for a pretrial conference. The court's been advised that this is going to be a no contest plea. Is that correct, Ms. Frisbee?
It is, Your Honor, and the basis is that he has a parental rights case that's pending as a result of the child abuse charge.
And do you want to plead no contest today, Mr. Hall? I can't hear you.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear, oath, or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walburn, would you put the agreement on the record, please?
Yeah, I got one small issue for the court.
Okay.
I think I can clarify it very quickly. I indicated to Ms. Frisbee that her client could plead to fleeing third degree and child abuse third degree, dismiss the balance. I had sentencing guidelines at 12 to 24. And I indicated I would cap the maximum of the minimum at 15 months. So I was looking at child abuse third this morning before court, Your Honor, and that requires actual physical harm, which I don't think I have.
Okay,
If there's no objection from Ms. Frisbee, this is a better offer for her client. I would do fleeing third degree and child abuse fourth degree. I reran the guidelines. It brings them down to 5 to 23 on the minimum, Your Honor. And I'd be willing to provide the same cap of 15 months.
all right,
We'll accept that offer. We'll still accept that offer.
all right. Mr. Walburn, do you have?
I do. I have child abuse 4 up. I printed child abuse third, Your Honor, and that's how I became aware it doesn't
Okay.
apply. Not for trial.
Yes, sir.
It was the third. It's the court.
I'll just give it back to you in just a sec.
All right, sounds good. Obviously, Your Honor, that's a misdemeanor, so the PRB will change by 10 points. That's how I by the guidelines.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Hall, the charges that you're entering a no contest plea to read as follows. That on or about November 11th, 2025, that you were in the city of Fremont, Arroyo County, state of Michigan. Count 1, fleeing, eluding in the third degree. That you were the driver of a motor vehicle to whom was given a visual or audible signal by hand, voice, emergency light, or siren by Ethan Berry, a police officer who was in uniform and whose vehicle was identified as an official police vehicle, and who was acting in lawful performance of his duties, directing you to bring the motor vehicle to a stop, and that you did willfully fail to obey that direction by increasing the speed of the vehicle, and a portion of the violation occurred in an area where the speed limit was 35 miles an hour or less, whether that speed limit was posted or imposed as a matter of law. This is a felony which carries up to 5 years in prison and or a $1,000 fine plus cost. The Secretary of State shall suspend your driving privileges for 1 year. You understand count 1 and the maximum penalty.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And they're adding the count 6, I guess, child abuse 4th degree, same date, same location, that you did knowingly or intentionally commit the following acts that under the circumstances pose an unreasonable risk of harm or physical injury to a child. And that would be the acts that were involved in the fleeing, eluding in the third degree, driving in excess of 100 miles an hour, running various stop signs, leading the police on a 35-mile chase. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
That's a misdemeanor which carries up to 1 year in jail or probation for up to 5 years. Do you understand that charge and the maximum penalty?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
In exchange for your plea to those two offenses, they're dismissing a child abuse second degree, which is a 10-year felony, alcohol in a motor vehicle, a 90-day misdemeanor, driver's license suspended second, a 1-year misdemeanor, and unlawful use of a plate, a 90-day misdemeanor. Is that your understanding of how the charges are being resolved? All right. Now, you have a sentencing agreement that should be sentenced consistent with the advisory guidelines. The prosecution has provided an estimate of 5 to 23 months. Do you understand that your actual guidelines could be higher or lower than that? Do you understand that as long as 15 months falls within the range of guidelines, as I score them at the time of sentencing, you have an agreement that any upfront jail or prison time would not exceed 15 months. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You also understand that if you're sentenced to a county jail term, that you would be consenting to a term of probation. Is that your complete understanding of the plea agreement in this case? Have you had sufficient opportunity to discuss the original charges, this amended charge, and the plea agreement with your attorney?
Yes.
And subject to the plea agreement, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Any objection, Mr. Walker?
No, Your Honor.
The court does find that under these circumstances, a no contest plea is appropriate. And Mr. Hall, do you understand with a no contest plea, you're not admitting these charges, but you're no longer denying them? The court's been provided a copy of the police report, and if I find that the elements of these offenses are contained therein, I would find you guilty. You understand that? You'd be convicted of these two offenses. They'd be on your record, just as if you had pled guilty or you were found guilty at trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'd be subject to sentencing according to this plea agreement. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that if I accept your no contest plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
You're also giving up all the rights that you would have at a trial. We've listed those rights for you on a written rights and right sheet that you signed yesterday. Did you read that document?
Yes, I did, Your
Did
Honor.
you understand those rights?
Yes.
Did you go over those rights with your attorney?
Yep.
Has anyone threatened you to get you to make this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you an outcome different than we put on the record?
No.
You're entering this plea of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
You understand that if I accept your no contest plea, you're giving up the right to later claim that this plea was not your choice.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that I'm not bound by this plea agreement, but if I don't go along with it, you can withdraw your plea. You now give up your right to a trial of any kind, all those rights that you have at that trial, and do you still want to plead no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court has had an opportunity to review the police report. I do find that the elements of both of these offenses are contained therein, and that the defendant was a driver of a motor vehicle. There was an indication that the officer activated his lights to pull this vehicle over. It had a plate that was not registered to it. The defendant then led the police through a chase through a residential neighborhood, and then basically all over the county for 35 miles. Ran numerous stop signs. I was going in excess of 100 miles an hour at some points. Fishtailing, almost losing control. Extremely hard braking, swerving to avoid stop sticks, and he had a female passenger that was pregnant in the vehicle, and also a child in a car seat in the vehicle as well. Given those extreme circumstances, the court does find that the elements of both of these offenses are contained therein. Are the attorneys aware of any promises, threats, or inducements which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Is he competent to enter this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Has the court complied with MCR 61302?
I have, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court does find the plea to be understanding, voluntary, and accurate. I'm going to refer him to the probation department for the preparation of the pre-sentence investigation report. I'm going to set sentencing for February 24th at 10:10. All right, this is case number 2413379FH, People versus Tamara Lynn Merritt. Ms. Merritt, you're here for a request and warrant for probation violation. Did you receive a copy of the request and warrant for probation violation?
Yes,
Did you read it?
yes,
Did you understand it?
yes,
Did you go over it with Ms. Frisbee?
yes, I did.
Looks like you also received a copy of the probation violation arraignment advice of rights form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you read it?
Yes,
Did you understand it?
yes,
Did you go over those with Ms. Frisbee as well?
yes,
All right, these allegations are that you were placed on probation for the 10-year felony offense of possession of methamphetamine. Do you understand that?
yes,
You've got 3 technical and 1 non-technical violation. Counts 1 and 2 allege a violation of condition number 2.4 that you must not use or possess any controlled substances or drug paraphernalia unless prescribed for you by a licensed physician or to be with anyone else that you know to possess these items. The allegation is that on or about December 22nd, 2025, that you had in your possession psilocybin for count 1 and methamphetamine for count 2. You understand the allegations contained in counts 1 and counts 2.
yes,
Count 3 is a violation of condition number 4.19 that you must not have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone who is housed within an MDO facility with or without permission of the field agent. You must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone you know to be engaged in behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government. The allegation there is that on or about December 22nd, 2025, that you had contact with Dennis Hickey, who you knew was engaging in behavior that violated Michigan state criminal laws when he possessed and sold methamphetamine. You understand the allegations contained in count 3.
yes,
Count 4 is a violation of condition number 1. This is a non-technical violation to prohibit you from violating any criminal law of any unit of government. The allegations that on or about December 22nd, 2025, that you violated Michigan state law when you were found in possession of psilocybin. You understand the allegations contained in count 4?
yes,
And then count 5 and 6 are, again, violations of the same condition number 1, same date that you distributed methamphetamine, count 5, and count 6 that you possessed methamphetamine. Do you understand the allegations contained in count 5 and 6?
yes.
All right, and Ms. Frisbee, what plea does she wish to enter?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, whether or not guilty plea for her. Ms. Merritt, one of the most important rights that you have is the right to be represented by an attorney. If you could not afford an attorney, the court appointed attorney represents you at public expense. Did you plan on hiring an attorney to help you out with this case?
I didn't know that I would need one, so I haven't thought about it yet. I would want one.
Okay, do you have the money to hire one?
No,
Okay, have you been working?
yes.
Doing one?
I'm a full-time employee. I do accounting
Okay, for who?
for Mauser Packaging,
How long have you been with them?
a little over 90 days,
How much do they pay you an hour, or what kind of salary you have?
$20 an hour,
You get 40 hours a week,
50.
50 hours a week? You're
Yeah,
single?
yeah, actually, no. I'm sorry.
Are you married or single?
Single,
Any minor children that you support?
no,
Do you rent or own a home? Or-
rent.
Do you pay the rent?
Yeah, I pay rent,
How much is your rent?
500.
Anybody else chip in for that rent?
I don't know what their side of the rent is.
But your portion is 500.
Yeah,
Do you have any other fixed monthly expenses?
just like my cell phone and storage unit.
Do you have any money saved up?
A little,
What's a little to you?
like $400.
All right, the court does find that that you are indigent at this point, but the court may require you to contribute towards the cost of an attorney in this case, because, I mean, honestly, you make too much money to be that broke, right? I mean, you take home probably $800 a week, But I understand you haven't been doing it that long, but you may be required to reimburse the Indigent Defense Commission for the cost of an attorney. All right, the next thing we need to do is talk about bond. Ms. Frisbee, you want the court to consider setting a bond?
Well, Ms. Mayor was able to give me good contact information, phone, address, phone number, email. She does work full-time, about 50 hours a week, actually, at this packaging place. And she's been there since September 17th, so almost 4 months. So she only has this pending here. My understanding is speaking with the probation officer is that there may be charges in Kent County for possession of meth. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to result in. Anyway, she doesn't have any family in this county, but she has not failed to appear for court in the past.
All right, Mr. Walburn?
Yeah, we'd ask for a substantial bond. The court's obviously where she's on probation for meth. I don't know if she's been charged at this moment, but I think charges are coming in Kent County. Either way, she's in a substantial amount of trouble with this court or Kent County's court or both courts. I'd have concerns about her appearing because I think we are looking at a substantial prison sentence here. So we ask for a substantial bond.
All right, we're gonna set a bond at $100,000, cash or surety. Do you think you're gonna be able to post that, ma'am?
100,000? Yeah.
All right, so the court will set this case for a probation violation hearing within 14 days. We'll set it for January 27th at 10:30.
Your attorney, Your Honor.
Yep, looks like Ms. Frisbee that you had her on the underlying case, so the Indigent Defense Commission wants you to represent her on this case. And Ms. Merritt, so I'm just looking over my notes, and my notes indicate that it was indicated absent in prison when you violate probation. So at that point, I was fairly certain that you were going to violate probation again. If these allegations are proven, you will go to prison. I don't know what's going to happen with any other charges in any other county, but if you plead or these are proven here, it's going to be a prison sentence. You will work. That's all for today.